This is the first video in a series of videos that we will do on Zipup Cloud. So, what is Zipup Cloud? It's an open source personal cloud for JavaScript developers. And in this video, we'll cover the internals of Zipup Cloud, which will give you a fair idea about the capabilities of Zipup Cloud, as well as we will also install and set it up. And we will cover a lot of things in the upcoming videos. So let's start with the internals of Zipup Cloud. So once you install Zipup Cloud on your server, you can deploy multiple JavaScript applications, and each of these applications have a shared access to a Postgres instance, a Volkey instance. Volkey is just Redis, and a Victoria Logs instance. Victoria Logs is a high performance logging solution with a rich querying capabilities. We'll cover all these things in upcoming videos. And other than JavaScript applications, you can also deploy static websites, and you can also access these services like Postgres, Volkey, and Victoria Logs over a WireGuard VPN connection. And this opens a lot of possibilities, and we'll cover some of the advanced use cases in the upcoming videos. Other than that, once you install, you get an admin console, which is the interface using which you can manage the lifecycle of your application. And we have OpenResty. OpenResty is the front door, which is basically a reverse proxy. It's Nginx plus Luajit. So overall, it's a very capable stack. Although Zipup Cloud is just a single server, so you will mostly use it for your personal projects, MVPs, internal tools. But you can extend this mental model if you are even developing with AWS. So as long as if you don't have a scale of giants, you don't have to imitate them. I think this is a stack that works really well, and it can take you far, very far. So we'll start with setting up and installing Zipup Cloud. So the first thing that you need is a server. We have already created a server on Hedgener. It's a cost optimized server, 4 GB RAM, 40 GB SSD, and we have already set up an SSH key for it. This SSH key will be used to SSH into the server and run commands like installing Zipup Cloud. And yeah, so we have already created this thing. So this is our server. We have an IP address for the server, and we have also set up a domain for this IP address. So I have this domain called zipup.dev on Namecheap, and we have basically set a wildcard entry for zipup.dev. That anything other than zipup.dev or www.zipup.dev will be resolved to this IP address. This IP address is just our server's IP address, right? So we'll be creating multiple applications like abc.zipup.dev or anything .zipup.dev. That all of them will resolve to this Hedgener server's IP address. Okay, and so if you just okay, so if you just if you try to resolve abc.zipup.dev, you will see that it resolves to the IP address of our server. You can try anything and it will resolve to the same IP address, right? So this setup is working, right? Other than that, we have also so if you look at my SSH config, you will see that there is a Hedgener host. It has its IP address and it has the key using which the SSH key using which we are going to SSH. So again, we can just write SSH Hedgener and we will be SSH'd into our server. So since we are doing our SSH for the first time, it is asking that you want to add it to the known hosts or not. Yes, we want. Okay, and now we will just run this command to install Zipup Cloud. Zipup Cloud, and you can find this command on our documents as well. Like if you go to getting started with Zipup, you will see this command that you can copy from here. Okay. So I will just run this command in our server. We are already SSH'd into our server. So I will just run this command. So it will start installing Zipup Cloud. It will take some time. Okay, we have to wait. Now it is asking for an email address. We will give an email address. Yep. It will download all the things that's needed for Zipup Cloud. Okay, now it is saying that the Zipup Cloud is installed successfully. And so if you look at the IP, if you go to the IP address, we'll copy it from here. And if we go to the IP address, we are taken to the login page. The default username and password is Zipup, so we'll just enter Zipup and Zipup. Okay, and we will sign in with that. We are taken to the dashboard. The first couple of things that we have to do is, first thing we have to do is set up the domain. So we'll go to the settings. We'll say that the platform domain. So let's call it cloud.zipup.dev. And it can take some time for the SSL certificate to generate. So let's go to cloud.zipup.dev. And you can see that now we are secured, right? We are on HTTPS, right? And we'll again log in with the same username and password. Okay. And this time now we will change our password. Okay. So we will use a password generated by my password generator. Okay. And I will update the password. Okay, I will use this one, sign in, update. So now we have changed our password and we are logged in. Now you can, so your setup is complete. You can deploy applications. For example, you can create applications. So let's call it Fox River, create it, and this is created. In upcoming videos, we'll see how to deploy our applications, but yeah, this is the setup. Other than that, you can also always come to Zipup Cloud documentation. You can read the documentations. So most of the things are covered in the docs, so you can go over it. We have already covered getting started with Zipup Cloud, and yeah, you can also read the FAQs, like which node version is used for deploying applications. We use Node 24 Bookworm Slim. So what are some of the common mistakes to avoid when using Zipup Cloud? So for example, if your node modules have native binaries and the machine on which you are building your application is different from your target machine, then you can have problems. This is not related to Zipup, it's more of a JavaScript thing. But yeah, so you can go through the documentations, you can check if you're getting an SSL error. Generally it takes time, so if you refresh for a couple of times, it should work. So yeah, pretty much it from this video. In the next video, we'll see how to deploy our first JavaScript application. Thank you for watching.